Some time ago, I was posted from my office to a city in Nigeria called Lagos. We had already started this ministry. The Lord had spoken, and I told God that, okay, if you are the one that has spoken, we are in a season of posting in the office. Is it possible for you to get me posted to the city that you are saying you have called me to do ministry? Is it possible? So I left it. People were lobbying for posting, but I was talking with God. When the list came out, I got posted to the city that God said He was sending me to. I came there, rented a house, packed in, began a prayer. The prayer lasted for 1 year. I was asking God, yes, you have revealed that you sent me because I asked you to ensure that I'm posted to the city that you were sending me to do ministry. And you did that. So the next question is this the time to start ministry? So I began to pray. I came into the city 2007 in March. So we started prayer and fasting that same March into December. So I felt that since January was the beginning of a new year, we should start holding meetings in January. The moment it came to my heart, the Lord did not speak all this time. The moment it came to my heart that, okay, in January, let us start holding meeting. He now said, no, add 100 additional days of fasting. Now, what he was doing was that he wanted to take us to March. But I didn't know. Are you with me? Yes, he wanted to take us to March. We came in March, started praying in March, and he wanted us to pray for and fast for 1 year. We didn't know that until we wanted to do something. He said, stop it. So we waited for March, fasted for another 100 days, then we started this ministry. When we started the ministry, the hand of the Lord was upon it. The ability I had those days was just to teach. I didn't have the power gifts. I didn't have the prophetic gifts as I have today. So, but the teaching was infused with a lot of life because I pray for long before we teach. So people were blessed and people can come in. And we had a revival. It was in this revival I got married. And the revival increased. And then before you know it, a letter came to the office. And that letter came during closing hours that had been posted to Lagos. I went back home. I said, are we not partners in this matter? That you will take care of those matters I cannot take care of, so that I'll be doing revival for you. He did not answer me. So I went and resumed in Lagos. And I knew that if I go with my wife, the people I was preaching to will claim that I have deserted the calling. So in order for me to show them that the calling was still in view, I had to leave my wife in that city. And I went alone to Lagos. Are you there? Looked for a house everywhere in Lagos and no house. And suddenly we came to a place in Surulere. We found a house in Games Village. Games Village has like 25 blocks of flats, and one block of flats has 20 flats, 2 bedrooms each, and there were 25 blocks in the village. So the neighbors looked at me and they saw that. Meanwhile, those were the days that people said I was doing miracles with my wedding ring. So I stopped putting my wedding ring on. Okay. So I would go to work and come back, a young man, and I was alone. And my house was on the 3rd floor of 4 floors. 13 was on the 3rd floor. Are you there? So there was a lady on the 2nd floor. When she sees me coming up, she will go and unveil her, remove her bra and stand there. Now, you are not here. You are not here. You are not here. You know when you fast and pray, you are praying, going for a crusade, you fast and pray. I was fasting and praying to come back home. You need spiritual help. Tell your neighbor you will be tempted. You will be tempted. That happened for 7 years. I passed the test for 7 years. It was after that test was passed that God committed His power into my hand. So if I had failed that test, I will still be a preacher. But there are things that God will not be able to trust me with. So temptation is not too bad though. Temptation is designed to show you how terribly weak your flesh is. Trust me, in terms of discipline as a man, I am a disciplined man. Trust me. But I have studied the Bible enough, and some of our leaders, our ancient leaders have told us that when you are fighting with Satan, do not have confidence in anything you have developed by willpower, it will not survive the battle. So even though we pray for long, we don't stand in our prayers, we stand in the mercy and the grace of God. That was how I survived for 7 years.